Hey, hi! Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, it's tremendous to be back out here with you again, continuing our playthrough of Witchfire, a game that has been just so tremendous to play. This is a roguelite FPS where we're hunting a witch, and we're doing it in style with all kinds of awesome weapons and spells, like throwing a tumor on somebody's forehead and then blowing it up. Isn't that nice? It's nice. It's nice. It's nice when it's nice. So I wanted to come out here again. Last time around, we got together and we took a look at this brand new, awesome weapon, the stake thrower. These are the same guys that worked on Painkiller, another excellent video game that featured a stake thrower. But now, our stake thrower is fully upgraded. Works even better when you can hit the enemy. Last time when you saw it... Oh, you're kidding. But we started out really good, didn't we? This is like being at the fair. Trying to hit the target in the back to win the prize, right? Yeah. The goat never won the prizes. Let's go with the health boost. So it still lights on fire in its path, but now that it's fully upgraded, when we nail a critical hit, we're also going to see an arc of lightning. I know, it's pretty excellent. We're looking for it. We're looking for it. We also have a fully upgraded Curfane, and we showed this relic off last time as well. This is the one that sends more arcs of lightning, which you're seeing right there a little bit, at the surrounding enemies. And in its fully upgraded form, it takes 20 shots to trigger the lightning each time. And then you have an additional chance 3% of the time on every shot. Let's see if we can get this lightning to arc. There we go. See, isn't that awesome? Oh, it's tremendous. It is just tremendous. And in full fashion, we can still stake them to the walls. Good stuff. Yeah, I really like that arc of lightning. It is tremendous. So, we are going to go through this area again. And we did run into a bug last time with the corrupted arcana and our door not wanting to open. We're going to hope that that doesn't happen again this time. And we'll see if we can get a little bit further. But above all, we're just going to have a fun time in Witchfire. Hard not to, if I'm being totally honest. We're absolutely going to go with the safe deposit so that we get to keep all of our Witchfire if things go to hell, right? Sometimes they do. This game can be pretty tough. Now, this opening stage is really nice for all of the new players that are just jumping in with the Steam version now being out there. Because you don't have to worry about calamities popping off. Calamities can get quite crazy out there and pose a challenge for any player. I think my character level is, I don't know, right around 145. There's that lightning again, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Good stuff. And I'm telling you, this game still poses quite a challenge to me. Somebody asked last time how the stats are distributed with my character build, and we'll show that off once we get back to the hub area. Hopefully after a massive W, right? That's what we're hoping for. All right. Not in Goats America, sir. Nice try. If you joined us earlier for the Lucky Tower video, you know that they were working today to put down the flooring in our kitchen and our first level, and enemy deaths caused by a decays damage to partially recharge decay spells. Well, I like that, and I'll tell you why. With our Curfane, the other thing that it does as part of being fully upgraded is that anytime we cast a light spell, so this guy, anytime we cast that, our next shot is a guaranteed lightning arc, which is pretty cool. So if we can get that spell back faster, I think one hand washes the other, right? Isn't that what the kids say? Or is that just what I say? See, you like that? I think it's really quite something. It's really nice being able to deny the swordsman, because they get quite annoying with that whole, hey, I'm gonna jump into your face thing. If you've played, you know. If you know, you know. Heavy spell recharges faster when light spell is charged. Heavy spell recharge. Well, that's interesting. Let's do that. I hate to bet against myself. You know, a lot of times in these rogues, they'll say, hey, if you lose life, you get this. And I always go, well, I don't want to lose any life. So what do you think about that? What do you got for somebody that doesn't want to lose any life? But then again, you know, there's those builds out there where you're kind of meant to lose life and get it back, and you benefit in different ways, right? I will say, I do like the rogues that let you do all kinds of weird builds. That never gets old, having them leap right into the rot. Alright, we're just tearing it up. Phantom bullets, missed bullets have a chance to rematerialize back in the magazine. Well, that would have helped like 5 minutes ago. Remember that? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, 40% chance. I mean, that's pretty good, you know? Let's see. Let's just keep going. We'll grab some ammo on the way. Boy, this is a beautiful game. They really have done a wonderful job. I cannot wait to see the next areas that release. I think they're going to continue refining stuff for a little bit. Let's grab this Angelica. And let's take a sip as well. Cheers to you out there. I'm sitting here drinking a grape Spindrift of all things. Have you had the Spindrift? It's kind of like the carbonated water beverages that are super popular right now. Oh, there's that lightning. But it's a little bit fruitier. It's got some fruit juice in it. Let's get some lightning, Batman. A lot of swordsmen. Dang. Okay. It's a little late in the day for coffee. Oh, that worked out really well. And when we get in that room with all those little guys, and we get that lightning popping off, it's going to be fun. Trust me on this. If you're having a good time so far, do me a favor, hit that like button. It'll help even more people see this video and learn about the game. You know, I feel like while the game was on the Epic Store, you know, it didn't get as much attention. Now that it's on Steam, you know, I've been checking and I see the reviews rolling in, which is great. Helps give them even more exposure. But who knows, there could still be folks out there that, you know, they're excited about that Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver remake, which, look, I don't blame them, okay? That's exciting. I really like that game. To be honest, I wish they would have announced a remake of the original on the OG PlayStation. Really loved that game. You know, where it was a top-down. And the voice acting on Kain. Oh my goodness. Anyway. You know, they might be excited about some of those games, and little do they know, there's a banger out there that they can play right now called Witchfire. So, if you like the video, it'll help distribute it. And, yeah, maybe we can show somebody that is not in the know how cool this game is. Sorry, not sorry. We will hit you in the back if that's what we need to do. Right, I could have sworn that was a hit. You like how it just kind of knocks the skeleton right out of the flesh? I'll admit that I do. Yeah, that just never gets old at all. Right? You just get the business end of a steak right in the stomach region. It's gotta be unpleasant, I would think. Oh. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Well, let's stay in the area here. It looks like there's one more enemy maybe roaming around somewhere. I'm not the hugest fan of when they kind of disappear on you, you know? Let's go a little bit out this way, see if we can find them. It's probably just one more. Oh, I think we found our straggler. There it is. Alright, fire orb. Enemies killed when burning collapse into fire orbs that explode when another enemy gets near. Oh, what could go wrong? What could go wrong with that? You know, like especially if there was a group of small enemies? Remember last time? Yeah, we're gonna get swarmed, but we're gonna turn all of them into little tiny grenades, okay? Now, if you wanted to find where you would go to take on the vault, you would go in here. Now, I've already done that. That's where you're going to find the Kerfane. And it's quite good. That's how we're sending those electrical arcs out everywhere, in addition to the ones that are triggering from the fully upgraded stake gun. But look, if you can have things that are gonna work together to create more electrical bolts, you do it. You do it. Stack them. Stack them. Or maybe you say, hey, this is gonna give me the electrical, so then I'm gonna go with this to, you know, give us some ice, and then I'll have this that does fire, and then you can be a master of all the elements, right? That's a way you can do it, too. All right. All right. So no whammies today. No bugs. No bugs. And I did see that they put out an update. Can we just literally nail this guy? Oh man. Yep, not going anywhere for a while. Better grab a Snickers, right? All right, let's maybe just yoink. right there, and we'll go right there. And then we're gonna pop down here, but before we do that, we're gonna just pop this little lovely right here, and that's gonna help with creating all kinds of corpse grenades. See it? See? Isn't that just something? It's like, you only have to do so much. It's kind of a circle of protection. Isn't that great? And you know, as they take damage, that also triggers the fiery blast from our spell. And they're all dead now. So we're a fan of that. Let's pop this off. Let's take that. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up all the Witchfire that's on the ground. We're gonna grab all the Divine Essence real quick, and then we'll go ahead and take the poison pill, and we'll hope for whammies that aren't too whammy-ish. Just semi whammies. Don't kneecap us too hard. We've got a good run going here, right? All right, let's take a look. What's on offer here? What kind of pill aren't we gonna want to swallow? Primary weapon damage minus 25%. Okay, I hate that. Lose 50% of current health. Well, let this be a lesson. I should have waited on burning that use of the elixir. Should have waited. Surrender the power of the equipped relic. Nope, don't want to do that either. So, we're going to go with the life leech. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Should have waited. But, now, the door is lit up, and I think this is new. I don't remember the door always lighting up like this. It's a really cool effect. I like that. All right, down we go. Now, if you recall, this is where we have to stand in the 3 circles until we get the requisite kills and the circle disappears. Then we move to the next circle, do the same thing. All right. Let's pop a fresh one right over here just to heat things up. These guys are getting a little bit far away, so we're going to switch to the stake gun. Oh. That just doesn't get old. Okay, knocked that one out. And we are looking for the last one. It is right here. Probably a few more and we're going to be good to go. Let's pop this guy down. Outstanding. Okay. I was going to say, these guys better leave. We made it. Now here's the question. Did any of them drop an elixir? Sometimes you get lucky, and they do. I am gonna say no. Which is fine. Which is totally fine. Alright. How are they gonna wreck us this time? Potion loss. Nope. Nope. Health halved. Max health minus 50%. No, that sounds terrible. Oh, boy. Alright, I guess we're going to lose a potion. It's the least worst. Right? So now we're down to 4, which, you know, could be worse. We're probably going to want to use this, I'm thinking. Thank you very much. And we also have the fully upgraded Rat Weaver here. And when enemies die due to decay ticks, we get free bullets, which is nice. That's a nice perk. I saw some of the new players hitting the Witchfire subreddit, and they said, "Hey, you know, I'm finding myself running out of ammo. What's the deal?" Yeah, it's true. It's that can be a challenge at times. Hey, look at that. Oh, what was that? I hope that wasn't an elixir that dropped and just disappeared on us. We'll hope for the best, right? Oh my goodness. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's pop a potion or two. Sometimes it's hard to tell what the hell is going on. Also, let's get away from those. And let's see, are we able to go back in to the portal? Because at some point that's gonna open back up, and we're gonna want to transfer into the Madman's Dream. I think we got to take these guys out first is the deal. Now the cleric can be quite nasty. Okay, we're going back. And if we can survive this, we're on our way to a meeting with the boss. I think this opening boss in the game is pretty tough. But you know, they get you ready for what you're going to be up against, because it's a tough game. Okay, embrace corrupted arcana and heal yourself. Well, all right, we know we got to take this one. Demonic weapon ammo reserves minus 50%. I already know I'm probably gonna go with this. Spell damage and power minus, no. Lose the ability to cast the light spell, absolutely not. So we'll go with the depleted demonic. Not a big deal. I have used it a total of 0 times in these runs, which is, you know, probably a silly move on my part. I am thinking that we might want to do this. Dull demonic. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so we've got full ammo for the Rat Weaver and the stake gun. Let's get after it, folks. So, you know, that was our problem last time. We couldn't get through. This is where we got hung up at. Let's take a sip real quick here. Cheers to you. Once more into the Maelstrom, folks. Here we go. I have a hairbrush just like that. Can you imagine if he turned around and said, "Oh, hi!" Alright, we got some floor things happening. Oh, geez, we got a lot of floor things happening right now. Let's get some poison going. Let's put some fire out there as well. Jeezy, crazy. All right, now he's gonna take us on a tour. Oh, this is where the lightning is going to be exceptional. I'm so glad we got the additional bullets. Yeah, don't really need the key. If you haven't found the Rotweaver yet, let me point this out to you. At least this was true as of one of the last updates. The table behind us, I can't look at it right now, but the table behind us, that one right there, the altar. I guess it's an altar. The Rotweaver will be sitting right there for you. Let's go ahead and infect one of them. We're going to jump over that. Let's decay everybody. All right, jump. Oh, goodness, we are out of elixirs, folks. And that is how that one's gonna crumble. Now this is interesting to me, because I could have sworn we went with safe deposit, and it's saying we lost that Witchfire. And that should not be the case with safe deposit activated. I'm going to go back and rewatch the footage, but I swear I went with safe deposit and even talked about how, hey, it's okay, because if things go to hell on us, we're going to be keeping all of that. So maybe that's a bug. But hey, it's early access. We give them a pass. It's no big deal. No big deal. All right, so somebody had asked about the stat distribution of this character that we've got going here. When I started playing the game, I put most of my points into witchery. In fact, I would say 80% of the time I was leveling up, I was putting points into witchery. Now, that might not have been the smartest thing to do. Maybe I should have distributed that a little bit more between vitality and endurance and luck. I did put a fair amount of points into endurance as well, because the dash is so important, and stamina becomes an issue as well. But I just really adore all of the spells in this game. And so I wanted to get them back real quick. And as you saw, we get them back real quick. And then on top of that, sometimes you even come into an arcana or two that, you know, is going to make sure you get it back even faster. Nowadays, I started putting more points into luck, because as you get higher in Gnosis, you know, you've upgraded the world level and the difficulty, and that makes calamities very, very difficult to deal with. And so luck kind of gives you an edge at times in those situations, and the situations that can cause calamities. I also think it influences how often you're seeing ammo pop and some of the items that you run into across the way. What's interesting is these thresholds, and they haven't said much about those yet, but it sounds like you're going to have an opportunity to choose something additional that happens at a certain point. What I'm excited about is that some of these stats are pretty high. You know, we've got them up in the 40s, so I'm assuming that once these thresholds become available, I think I'll probably have access to them right away, or I'll be very close to them. If I was to start playing Witchfire again as a new player, I would probably put the majority of my points into Vitality, Endurance, and Witchery, and then every once in a while, I'd pop a point into Luck. I always had no trouble building up the Witchfire quickly, and so I never really socked a lot of points into bonus Witchfire. I have a little bit lately just because the upgrade costs have climbed so much. But even as I do it, sometimes I go, well, I'm so late in the game at this point, my overall level and stats, I don't know. Sometimes I just park a point there. Folks, this is a video game called Witchfire. It is a roguelite FPS, and it is all the things. It might as well be Dark Souls with guns, and it's just a gorgeous game. It's good at doing what it is meant to do, and I highly recommend it to you. We're going to keep looking at this game as they continue to roll out new content. And if you want to see more of it, guess what? I think I probably have about 30 Witchfire videos. Just go to that playlist, hit play all. Okay? Just grab a coffee, settle in, and hit play all. See what happens. Probably going to see some stuff. Some boss encounters, some magic, some crazy combos. I geeked out on this game for quite some time, so yeah, check it out. Check it out. Let's do this again sometime soon. We'll get together, we'll play a roguelike or a roguelite, because that's what we do every single time here. Thanks so much for the support, and we'll see you again next time out there. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.